battle between the London Black Knights and the Tennessee Titans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready? 54, right there. 54, Mike. I got it!
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check. No. You draw Corker.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Back to throw. Eason. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Out. Alert flare. Greystone, travel. Hey, Haywood. Get it ready.
2nd and 4. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
This close to the goal line, you got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Ready.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Go. Get it.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Eason. And it's caught. Touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 8 on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Showing up, showing up.
61, matchbox lights.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody to run them down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good, backside guys.
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
This is caught inside the 15. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2nd down and goal. Tannehill. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Bravo!
Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Hey, one set. Check, Mike 54.
Ready?
To throw again. Eason. That's out to his running back, Fournette. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, echo. Go on.
Back to throw. Eason. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check.
General West.
Check 31.
Go.
Now a give right side. Gibson. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Titans' 48-yard line.
Down. 70. Indy.
They can't hang with us. Check 3.
Rock it. Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Eason. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively.
There he goes, right side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tevin Coleman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point safely through, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken short.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
15-1. Hey, team 6. Fair.
Shoot.
To throw on second down. Eason. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Eason is going to fire one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank, and he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's got Fuller. An excellent pickup of 3rd. Yards.
A gain of 34 yards. That's good for the Titans. First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
Foxtrot.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Tighten up. Now.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The tackle made back to his own 49.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Ready to break.
54. Mike 54.
Get it.
Off play action. Eason under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Eason is going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Miles Jack with a sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 88 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On the ball. Defense.
Looking to throw. Eason, he's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
58's the money. 58.
Tannehill. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Tannehill now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now a timeout signaled for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Tannehill now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Coleman now. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
That's it, baby. That's it.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Down. 8, read.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's get it.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. 12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen.
There he goes left side. And so close, he gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. 31 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And his guys are going to retake the lead. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with a touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, exit. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, dude.
2nd and 10. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
94.
Stay with your man.
Ready?
Fournette, a first down carry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, Charlie. 6'6", pull it high. Hey, lock it.
Check 49, check 49.
Say go.
From the gun, Eason. That one complete. He finds Shark. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Get it ready. 8 read.
Check line 54, line 54. Double dog, that's the way.
Hey, high 7, 5.
Back to throw. Eason, and it's caught. Touchdown. Josh Oliver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Josh Allen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Tannehill now to throw. He's going to float there. And that's caught inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. He's letting this one go for, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Will Fuller his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered in the first step in their comeback attempt.
They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now?
And now look at him go. And all the way in for the touchdown. DJ Chark, 75 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Here's Tannehill. It's complete to Fuller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Here we go.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Switch up, switch up.
Hey, Echo.
Yes, the Mike.
Hey.
He runs.
Speed Rivers.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now it's Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go,
61, matchbox lights.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Check 50, check 50.
Go.
He's coming.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, seam 6.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50.
Yeah.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Ready.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Now Tannehill. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Now the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll toss it to Fournette. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They bring their punter out there now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you're talking about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 30, 10, 5. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
He's checking. Crash.
22 jet bomber. Hey, exit. Get it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tennessee,